Felicity from Get Your Rock Out here talking to a couple of the guys from Stahlsarg. How are you today?
Over the fucking moon. Over the moon.
I'm really glad. So the set was like alright then, I guess.
And so many people coming up to me just like, I want my picture with you, I want an autograph, you know, all that kind of thing. And even the people that we had it filmed, and even the film crew were coming up to say, I don't normally like this kind of music, but that was really good. And it was like, wow, that's good, you know?
That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so as I said, over the moon, very, very pleased. And there were so many people in there, and they started chanting the band name out. You didn't register initially, and then suddenly it's like, wow, that's us, you know? You know, that's good, you know? Yeah, absolutely packed out in there, you know, everyone's really into it. It was really, really good, and I'm just so pleased to be here.
Well, that's really good. I'm so glad it went so well for you. I really, really am.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you were filming the set today.
Yeah.
And what are you planning on doing with that?
We just felt that in this day and age with YouTube being so massive, people like to see, you know, YouTube and bands on there, as opposed to just, here's a song. It's better, particularly a band that look like we do. It's a visual thing. Present yourselves on a big stage. It was a no-brainer. We've got to do it, you know, and we just put it on YouTube, put it together as a package so people can buy it as a merchandise item. I mean, today was our second UK show ever, you know. Our first show was with Mayhem in London, and we were staggered to get that show, let alone this. And we found out about both of them in the same week. And the first one, the Mayhem...
That must have been a great week.
I had to lock myself in the house. I wasn't allowed to go to the pub because there's a rule that you're not allowed to tell people you've already been, you know, allocated a slot. So it's like, I'm bursting with excitement. If I go to the pub, it's going to come out. So I had to stay in the house. It's the only thing that keeps me in the house is when something like that happens. You've got to stay in the house. Don't announce it. So, yeah, with the first show in the UK was Hellhammer had contacted us out of the blue, and we thought it's not Hellhammer, this is a fake profile, someone jerking us around, whatever. And then we look at all the contacts he's got. It's like, no, these are all industry people, you know, we're aware of. It must be him. Let's send him the shirt and the patch that he wants because he likes the band. And heard nothing, you know, even though we said, oh, please send us a selfie just so we can be proud that, you know, you like us. Nothing. And then he'd obviously been on tour in South America and Far East, etc. Next minute, we got a message. It was actually the singer from Enstiller. Zengultis knows me. He contacted me. He says, you're never going to believe this. There's loads of magazines coming out and there's pictures of Hellhammer everywhere wearing one of your shirts. And it was like, you can't buy that. You cannot buy that. Yeah. And then Simon Hall sent me an email saying, we've got a really good slot for you at Bloodstock. So thus it's like, oh my God. How nuts is that? That's just, if Hollywood were making a film about a band, that's how they'd write it. But it doesn't ever happen to bands.
No, it doesn't ever.
But then it's happened to us. It's like, how weird is that? So, well, over the moon.
It's just fantastic. I'm really glad. I'm so glad that the set was good as well.
Yeah, very, very pleased all round. And we just thank you, Bloodstock. Thank you, big audience out there. Yeah, thank you as well on that. It's like so good.
Just great, and it's so nice talking to people who are so enthusiastic about the whole day. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the nice thing about it being here at Bloodstock is there's so many different types of bands. Like we've got Saxon on at the moment, you know, and lots of people. I think maybe because the diversity of the way we write our songs has been from all the influences we've had, whether it's, you know, Saxon, Immortal Hypocrisy, Paradise Lost, they're all bands that would play a festival like this. And I think it's, if you allow yourself to have however big or small slight influences from all the things you have liked and allow it to come into you, seep into your music, you'll end up presenting something that everyone in a festival like this will feed off that and think, yeah, I can buy into this. And that's proven the point today.
Wonderful. I'm so glad. And yeah, next year is going to be very exciting. So we've got a release coming from you guys next year, hopefully.
Absolutely. We're still recording. We're not in a rush to finish it. But what we're trying to do is drag some of the new material into the live environment. And then when you've done it in the live environment, you find attributes, things that you like about it in a live environment, and you want to hone those in the studio. so it maximises that song's potential. So in the same way we have not rushed out and got ourselves fixed up with a label or anything like that. It's like, let's develop ourselves in this environment. We've done a good video now. We can present that to labels and say, this is what we can do, you know, for you. Are you interested in working with a band that does this? You know, this is what we look like visually as well as sonically, you know. So I'm sure by the beginning of next year we'll have the album done. We're recording with Scott Atkins. Scott Atkins, guitarist from Stamping Ground, but he has his own studio. He works a lot with Andy Sneap. He did all Nerval's vocals for the Evangelion Behemoth album. He worked, well, we've got Amon Amarth playing here. He worked on that album as well. And here we are, you know, with ourselves, working with someone of that caliber on our first album.
It's really good, and it just seems as though everything is just going perfectly for you guys at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, none of this could be better. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's like, it is like Hollywood movie time, you know. It's like, wow, you know.
That's what we like.
Yeah, it's like staggeringly good, you know. So I'm just pleased that there's an audience out there that buy into what we're doing, and I'm pleased that Bloodstock here have supported the band straight away. It's like supporting the underground. Well, you can't get much more underground than your second UK show is at Bloodstock. Who does that?
Absolutely brilliant. It's just wonderful. It's true, and you can't write this stuff.
No, that's staggering. So anyone says Bloodstock don't support it, yes they do, because we've been supported, totally, 100%, you know?
Bloodstock are wonderful for it. They really are. A lot of respect for them for that.
So, over the moon. I keep saying it, it's like, wow. I need some beers, lots of beers tonight.
You need to start drinking to calm yourself down so you can actually sleep.
Absolutely, yeah. It's so good.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to chat. Like, it's been a real pleasure. And yeah, I mean, I have absolutely no doubt that we're going to see you back here very soon.
Good. Excellent news.
Thank you so much.
And thank you.